Okay, so you've seen the intro of me unloading basically a truckload of driftwood, cork bark, and you're probably wondering, what am I going to do with 200 pounds of cork tubing flats? And this is it right here. This isn't going to be the official build video for this, but I just kind of want to give you an update on the progress. Again, this is a 5-compartment reptile condo, if you will. These 3 here are roughly a 2-foot square cube. I say roughly because it's 24 tall, but it's like 25 wide and like 26 inches deep. So it's a fair bit. Still, as you can tell, I'm building it. I did the doors down here, and these cages are 36 inches tall, 36 inches long, and 24 inches deep. And I'll get you a closer shot in a minute. I'm not really sure that I like having this big of a wide door, but I like the very little obstruction to see into the unit. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this or not up here. I'm again maybe do doors, but I did buy some track to put potentially in here and have sliding glass doors, and that way I think that may be where I think that may be the direction I head, because with the glass it will you won't have the frame, and if I drop this to 2 doors to make this smaller, you know, then I'm gonna have that divide down the middle, whereas where the glass overlaps, you really aren't going to have a visual barrier, if you will. So I did purchase some of this track. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to take these doors off and not put doors up here, but also make this a track. The only thing, because I was originally going to put doors on here, I got it a little bit sloppy on making sure that this board here is a perfect 90 right here, and it's more evident on this one. And you're going to be like, oh, what does it matter if it's not real 90? Well, when I set this in here, and we'll get you closer. Okay, so when I set this in here, it's turn you just a bit. Wrong direction. So when I set this here, and it's not going to fit exactly because, well, it's too long, but the glass is going to rest up against here, and that glass is going to be, ideally should be a true 90. So if this board is off one way or another, we're going to see a gap between the glass and this. And I thought about maybe putting some of this track to go up and down the side, so that way, you know, the glass would then recess into the channel. That might help hide the slight discrepancy of this not being a true 90. Yeah, I mean, that's just one of the things you got to deal with when working with wood, is sometimes the stuff isn't perfectly straight, even when you buy it fresh new. I always check it before I purchase it, but sometimes it's just impossible to find something that's true flat, you know, on all planes. And you could overbuy the board, and you could, you know, plane it and route it and all kinds of things to get it straight. But at the end of the day, that's, you know, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of dedication. And to those people who do that, I applaud you. I am not that guy. So there's minor little pieces on here that are kind of but hey, it's for myself. It's functionally going to do what it needs to do. So I'm fine with it. I'm not going to tell you what's going in these yet. That's going to be for a different video. We are going to, there'll be videos on the channel there'll be a video on just building the unit, and then there will be videos of building each unit. I want to spin you to that side because if you watched the collection update for April, just a couple weeks back, I talked about that fish tank and dart frog combo. Let me turn you around so you can see. Okay, well, this is still a little dark. Hold on a second. Let's see. Something I've been playing around with is smart plugs, and we'll get to that as I build that reptile condo and show you what I'm talking about. But I like these little things, as just a click of my phone I can turn these lights on and off. So, but anyways, let's take a look at this. So you can't really see the dart frog. It's hard for me to get it all in one shot. But what I have is two 75-gallon aquariums. The top one I was planning on doing a freshwater planted aquarium, and then the tank below I was planning to do a split it in half and do dart frogs, two different dart frogs, but it'd be a natural vivarium setup, bioactive, you know, the whole shebang with dart frogs. However, since I've got that shipment of cork bark, I've had an idea of not doing this, getting rid of this, do something different with this, and putting a big enclosure here. You know, something would be about 6 foot tall. It's going to be about a little bit more than 4 foot. We've got so 48, so it's probably 50 inches wide. The stand is just a little bit bigger because I had to accommodate the aquarium down below. So we're about 50 inches. 50 inches. Here's a tape measure. Oh, 52 and a half. So it'd be 52 and a half inches. So basically what that other condo is, yeah, let me double check that. Oh no, never mind. Duh. This is 72. So this is 52 long. We could potentially go. That's 6 feet right there. So that's not too bad. And we are, I think this is 19 inches deep. So I was thinking of building just one or maybe two, maybe build two great big ones. So that's 6 feet. What it would look like if we go 8. No, we can't go 8. That's 7. We can't go 7. So we're probably going to max out at 6.5. 6.5 might not be bad. 78 inches. So that would be, that's pretty close to what I've got sitting over here on this one. Anyways, what I'm thinking, one big enclosure, maybe 2 vertical enclosures. That might work too. Maybe 2 vertical. That'd be 24. What was 52? Yeah, 52. So it'd be, so 25. So 26 inches long by 6 foot tall by 20 inches deep. Anyways, what I'm getting at, why am I doing the change? How does this all tie back into the cork bark that I purchased for the reptile condo that's right there? Let's go out to the garage, and it'll probably be a little more apparent why I want to change this. But I'm not going to tell you the animal that I have in mind. Let's go look at the wood, and then let's discuss it there. Okay, so now we're out here in my garage. I'll give you an overview of my overwhelmingly big pile of cork bark. probably is some B-roll footage. But anyways, the reason why I have changed my mind about the 275s is this piece right here. This giant piece of cork bark. I'm seriously considering setting up an entire habitat for an animal based on being able to use this piece of giant cork bark. Now, some of you probably are instantly going to think something fairly large, and it's not going to be large. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just spitball some ideas to you guys and see what you think. But I think like water dragons will definitely make good use of this. Like an adult water dragon will easily be able to perch here on this piece. Spiny tail iguana might be another one. I really want to do some type of like a tropical theme. I don't really want to do anything that's dry desert or arid. Yeah, I definitely want to make an enclosure simply based off of this. Another ideal that I have that might not utilize this as much, and it might be a bit controversial, but you know, hey, Chick-fil-A isn't all that great, so there. I'll say controversial things. Maybe even like a pair of Amazon tree boas living in this enclosure, and this would be like one branch, and then I've got several more really large pieces here. Stay put. As I dig through the pile, like this is a pretty cool piece. This piece to me screams that it should go for like a tree monitor. You put this either on the back of the enclosure, so that way this is all flush, and better idea. A tree monitor enclosure, you put it either on the side, put it on the side, and the side wall. The side wall is plexiglass, but you have a door so that way you can close it off so it's dark in here. But when you want to see what the animal's up to, you open that door, expose the plexiglass, that way you can see in. But the animal has this whole thing as a hide. He comes down in here, this whole piece becomes a hide inside there, and that would be, I think that'd be pretty cool. Sounds like we're starting to get some rain. Yeah, that would be pretty cool, I think. Also have this gnarly looking piece, another good spot for a hide, obviously through the top. You could kind of probably do the same, put this up against a wall, make this the back. That way you kind of encase this side even though it's open right now. But yeah, I've got plenty of options. Now I'm not going to keep all of this for myself. Some will be, a lot of this is going to be used, not a lot. Some of this is going to be used for projects and my own builds. I got some stuff planned, some different things for the channel, videos coming up. I don't want to discuss them now, but some of the stuff will be for sale, especially some of these larger interesting pieces. Like, as much as I would love to have a green tree, did I say green tree python earlier? If I did, I meant green tree monitor. This would be great for a green tree monitor. I don't remember. I'll fix some caption in the video if I accidentally said green tree pythons. Those things are on my brain a lot lately. But anyways, I think this actually could work for green tree pythons. Sometimes they like to, when they go to laying eggs, I see that people use nest boxes, bird houses. I mean, that might actually be something pretty cool. I don't know if I'm skilled enough no, I'm not there at my level with them to play something with that. There's another really large piece. I'm not sure what this would be good for, but yeah, so right here just behind me is another large chunk. I really would like to get those to people that have some decent animals that could really utilize that as a whole piece. But if it comes down to it, and I can't find somebody to want to buy it, we'll just break it up into smaller pieces and use it into other enclosures. But I'm just thinking, like, this one's actually kind of broke a bit, but no biggie. But what are your thoughts if you had this piece and you had the room to build the enclosure for this piece? This piece is roughly like, that's, if you go straight up and down, that's got to be close to 4 or 5 foot. I don't have a tape measure. It's in the other. But I mean, I'm 5'7", so you know this thing is coming to my chin. So that's how tall this piece is, how big it is. If you had this piece, how would you utilize it? What animal would you use it with? And I think we actually, wait a minute, it's given birth. Holy cow. I think there's another little a cork tube shoved up inside there. This stuff is sold by the weight, so to maximize the amount that you can ship. I noticed that some of these bigger cork tubes had smaller cork tubes shoved in them, which is a great idea actually. I'm not mad about that. But again, what are your thoughts? Because I don't know. I like the idea of water dragons or something of that size. I think maybe basculus. Maybe basculus get a little bit too big for that size of enclosure. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research to see what animal would utilize that footprint. I would much prefer that it be in the oversized version for that animal as opposed to the bare minimum of that animal. Like, you know, people keep bearded dragons and like 40-gallon breeders, and yeah, that's debatable as whether or not that's the smallest you should go. I don't want to do a setup like that. I don't want to put an animal in here that this cage footprint is like its minimum size. So I want something where, like, an animal where this is almost twice as big as what they could live in, because I want to fill it with this. And also I would like to like have bromeliads growing off of this, live plants. A bioactive setup is what I want. So it's got to hit all the right marks. It's got to be able to live in a bio setup. That footprint that I said of 52 by 6 foot, which was 72 inches, by 20 inches deep. That size of a cage obviously leans itself to an arboreal species, or at least semi-arboreal. Something where that cage is bigger than the, you know, the slightly, a good recommendation for that animal, or a good size for that animal. Like, obviously I wouldn't want to like put a crested gecko or something like that. However, there are some larger geckos, but I feel like I would want, that doesn't matter. But anyways, yeah, tell me what, in the comments below, what animals would you use this piece for? Like I said, and you know, you don't even have to go by my parameters of the cage size that I have. You know, if you've got, you know, you said, oh, I'd use that and a couple others for like a large green iguana or something. You know, that, I don't know about a large green iguana, but you know, if that's something you would try to make this work with, I guess if you paired this up, it would be fine. But I don't know. I personally, I don't think I would, but I'm just curious as to what animals you guys would use this for, because I have a few ideas. I've given you a few that I've said out loud. I'll do some research to find, to dig in my brain a bit, and yeah, and find something cool. It'd be interesting if I could find something that I haven't kept but has got my attention a time or two. What would that be? Man, I've gone to so many reptile shows and seen so many other people with stuff. Man, I don't even know. I don't even know I do kind of like the idea of a water dragon though. I know a guy who has water dragons. He's quite knowledgeable. He may watch this, he may not. But yeah, so tell me what you think. Heck, I mean, it could even be a snake. Like, man. So one of the reasons I rehomed that carpet python, which I absolutely love that carpet python. Its colors were amazing. But a carpet python might be a candidate. Yeah, that might be a candidate. I don't know. It's a ways yet before I can even get to building this cage, because as you've seen, I've got to finish building that 5-unit condo. We're going to be pillaging this log pile for furnishings and those cages. So yeah, so let's I'd be interested again to see what you guys think. So I think that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, later.
Shut up and sit down.